Glad to have you on this episode of our Opinion Nigeria News Highlights. Yeah, we're gonna be going around and see some of the things that have been happening in the past moments. But before we begin, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Opinion Nigeria TV. Click the bell icon for notification. Yeah. Right here, I'm gonna be starting with there is this news that came out around some hours ago that the Rivers State Governor, Wike, and his G5 crew, there are indications that they are gonna be supporting the candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu. The news came up yesterday like a whirlwind sweeping around that the governor led his crew members to London and met with the former Lagos State Governor, Bola Tinubu. It is unbelievable and unimaginable how Wike of the People's Democratic Party will just wake up one morning and decide to go and be supporting Tinubu, the much vilified candidate by the same PDP and Wike. Now, the gist is that since they are at the crossroad right now, some regard them as homeless PDP members because they don't have the shelter of the PDP anymore. And many of the governors who are under Wike himself is not really vying for any position again. He's not contesting since he lost in his presidential bid. He couldn't be up for any position again. But he has a candidate to succeed him in office. And the rest of the G5 crew, Abia State Governor, Enugu State Governor, Benue State Governor, and Oyo State Governor, they are all vying for one position or the other. Oyo State Governor, Makinde, is going for second term. Benue State Governor, Samuel Otom, is going to the Senate. Enugu State Governor, Ugwuanyi, is going to the Senate. Abia State Governor also is vying for the Senate. So they all have plenty things at stake in the coming election. Now, why going to support an APC presidential candidate? How are you going to convince people to go and vote for an APC presidential candidate but come and vote for you, PDP? Where is that done? How are you going to do that? Now, the gist, as I said earlier, is that they went to meet Tinubu in London and made an arrangement for them to support him at the presidential level while they pleaded Tinubu's support at the National Assembly and governorship level. Now, to break it further down, they are asking Tinubu to allow the APC candidates in these various states to go and sleep, step down. Then APC members should support them to win, while he and his other governor, they will support the presidential bid of the All Progressive Congress. Of course, as expected, it was not granted. From the information available to the press, the request was not granted by Tinubu and his supporters, though they promised that they were going to look into it, and we are still waiting for further update, so as to know the final stand they have taken. There will be a further meeting to finally digest and come to a conclusion of what they are to do, the final stand they will take. And as soon as that come up, we will be making that available. There has been this news going viral since yesterday. Portable, the Wala musician, as he calls himself, Wala, 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 wala. That's his latest slang now. And he always lives up to the wala. He had his show around 2 days ago at the New African Shrine. And the highlight of the night was his entrance into the show. You know, we all know that whenever there is a show, different artists, they always have a way of, you know, they always have a way of getting into the stage just to surprise the crowd and make everybody go crazy. You know, we have had Burna Boy in his show at the O2 Arena, London, where he came on stage through a spacecraft, you know, something like that. He just descended. We have had Wike and a couple of other artists always, you know, getting into the stage in an iconic way. Now, Portable wants to do his own. He didn't see any other thing, any beautiful thing to come up with. He decided to get into a coffin. Portable, he got to the stage through a coffin. He was put inside a coffin. They were flinging him around just as they normally do, you know, in a burial ceremony when you are going to bury the undertakers and those guys and all. How they usually fling up, you know. That was what they were doing with Portable. They brought Portable on stage through a coffin or a casket, as we call it. Then they opened it. Portable got up and was doing his signature Kala style, you know. And there were one or two incantations and all that being carried out. Since then, it has been talk of the town, you know, and a lot of people have been reading different meanings to it as to what actually was going on there. A lot of people are of the belief that that thing was more than the ordinary. It wasn't just an entertainment. He didn't do that for entertainment's sake. A lot of people are of the belief that there was more to it. Now, if you look Portable in recent days, he has come up with another slang. He has come up with a slang of telling you to say do ritual. Go and do ritual. You do ritual, you go die. You not do ritual, you go die. You know, invariably, he's encouraging people to go and do ritual, which he now practically brought up with that scenario by getting into the coffin, coming into the stage. A lot of people have the belief that it was a ritual thing. He was asked to do it. You know, I really don't know if apart from aside that, if actually it is true that, well, meanwhile, a lot of people have the belief that it was just a pure entertainment. It was an ordinary way of just to get people talking, you know, as usual. It's in his style to always get people talking through one act or the other. Now the question is this getting people to talk? How is it a good thing to him? Where has it led him to? Always getting into the news unnecessarily for one reason or the other. What has it really done for him? Nothing. As we speak, he is still performing at nightclubs, birthday parties, and one or two around either Nigeria or some African country. His mates who are doing great, his mates who don't get in the news unnecessarily, whenever you want to even hear them in the news, it's for something huge, something big. Shutting down big arenas in the UK and America. You know, being nominated for so award. And you cannot hear this about Portable. Whenever he wants to get on the news, is to just, you see him doing one awkward thing or the other. Yet, he is still performing at nightclubs. He's not doing it, he's not adding anything positive to him. Yet he still keeps doing it. See the likes of Ashake, the likes of Rema, who you won't see them with one or two any unnecessary thing in an unnecessary, situation just to chase clouds. No. But you see the wonders they are doing, shutting down arenas, big arenas, even stadiums across the globe. But you are here always getting people to talk. It's unfortunate that he does not have anyone who advises him positively. Look at his manager, the girl who calls herself his manager. He's even worse than Portable himself. What kind of advice can that one give to him? Whenever Possible is doing his crazy thing, she follows him. Portable, she will respond. What kind of advice can that one give to him? Even if you don't, when you are in the limelight like this, and you know that, like Portable, he always admits that he didn't go to school. It's very important for you to have someone, at least have an educated, it's not necessarily about school, have an educated someone as a manager. It's very important. You cannot be an illiterate. Your manager is an illiterate. What do you expect? That's a scenario, that's a problem that guy is facing right now. On the long run, he is doing, like I said earlier, he is doing more harm to himself than good. He feels everyone is hailing him. Hey, he is doing more harm than good. He feels he does not know that life of an artist is more than just going to perform at nightclubs, birthday party, and some. He just feels, he has arrived everywhere Anyway, we just hope one day he realizes the kind of mistake and the kind of harm he is doing to himself and retraces his steps. Alright?